Amazing how incredibly well a team can look when you've got your ace on the mound starting a game that kind of felt like a must win. I know, 9 games in, but it felt like a must win. Let's talk about it. Birdland Network, where we talk all things Baltimore Orioles and Major League Baseball. And today we're back with our review of game number 10 of the regular season for the Orioles. And it's opening day for the Red Sox in Boston. So they actually had to start the season with a West Coast trip. And finally, they're home for their opening day. Big day up there. They celebrated the 20-year anniversary of their 2004 championship. Big memorial, a big dedication for Tim Wakefield and his wife, who sadly passed away. So a nice day up there in Boston. Beautiful weather, too, for the Red Sox fans. For the Orioles, of course, they had Corbin Burnes on the mound, their ace starter, and Bello was on the mound for Boston. And right off the bat, kudos to Corbin Burnes. Again, it's such a difference for a team when you're struggling to win some ball games, and you have that stopper, that ace on the mound, that when he comes to the mound, 9.5 times out of 10, you know you're going to win. And today was just no exception. He was absolutely fantastic again. He goes 7 innings. He gives up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Just a dominant performance by Burnes. He was ahead in the count. He made 1 mistake in the first inning to Tyler O'Neill. Gave up the home run. It was a hanging curveball that O'Neill deposited over the Green Monster. So, other than that, he just had a phenomenal day. Again, only 2 hits given up, and both of them were in the first inning. He didn't give up another hit after that. Couple walks, but 6 strikeouts. Lowered his ERA to 1.93. He's 2-0 to start the season. Corbin Burnes is everything we've asked him to be so far. Just fantastic outing for him. Good for him. He continues to just do fantastic. Danny Kalum again came in, struck out the side in his 1 inning of pitching, and then Jacob Webb came in to tidy things up in the 9th inning. Now let's talk about the hitting side of it. You know, the last few times I've been talking about how the Orioles have been struggling offensively. And that's not incorrect. They have been. They really, really have been. But today, finally, they got some offense going. They scored 7 runs off 13 hits. Really good day. Got to give credit to Colton Cowser, who was starting in left field today over Austin Hayes. Cowser had a really nice day. Good at bats. He had 2 hits, 4 RBIs today. He just really had a nice day. Got to give him credit. A couple of strikeouts in some situations where he had men on base as well. But that's going to happen from time to time, especially with a new kid. He doesn't look like a kid, but he is. With basically a rookie player out there. But good for him. His second double was really an impressive at bat. He lined the ball over the shortstop's head, so he went the other way with it, and it was just a line drive hit into the gap. And he, got 4 RBIs on the day with 2 hits, and he's still batting .467. So we might start seeing a steady diet of Colton Cowser in the lineup. But every single hitter except for one, Tony Kemp is the only one that didn't get a hit. Everybody else, the other 8 of the 9 starters, got hits today. Gunnar Henderson finally broke out of his slump. He had a single and a double. He had 2 runs scored. Adley Rutschman had 2 hits with a run scored and an RBI. Anthony Santander had a hit and an RBI. Ryan O'Hearn 1 hit and an run scored with 2 walks, which is good. I love seeing walks. Cedric Mullins, 2 for 4. With 2 runs scored and 2 runs scored, if I'm looking at that correctly. Ryan Mountcastle had a hit and a run scored. Again, Colton Cowser and Ramon Urias actually went 1 for 5 and had a hit. Overall, 13 hits, 7 runs scored. The Orioles played really, really well, and they didn't have any errors today, which is even better. So good outing for the Orioles. Some good hitting from time to time. No home runs. Didn't hit any balls out of the ballpark. But double from Henderson, 2 doubles from Colton Cowser today. Overall, they got the hits when they had to. They did really well with runners in scoring position today, like 8 for 14 or something like that. And that is really, really big. If you can do runners in scoring position and have a big day like that, it's going to be huge for the Orioles. And they did. Every time they have runners in scoring position, they really seem to come through today. So great outing for the Orioles today. Really happy with the way they looked. It's one game, but it was something that I talked about this before. You know, every time last year when the O's would get into these slumps, it's one of those things where you're like, as an Orioles fan, you get to the point where you're like, uh-oh, here we go. This is where the bottom drops out. Reality finally sits in. We start losing. But every single time last year, they would stop it and they would answer the call when adversity started to hit them. And they did it again yesterday. They answered the call. A little bit of adversity. They haven't been hitting for like the last 7 games. They've really been struggling. And they answered the call. I got to give credit to them. I'm really happy with it. 7-1, the Orioles over the Red Sox on Red Sox opening day. Great day for the Orioles. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Game 2. Cole Irvin, I think, is pitching for the Orioles, and we're going to be talking about that one. And big news on that one, but we'll get to it when it happens. But anyway, gang, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving that video a like. It definitely helps. And until next time, keep rooting for the Birds, and take care of yourselves and each other.